All right, energy is high. It is good in Studio B, and we're about to make it better. Senior third baseman for BYU softball, Caitlyn Alldredge, is back with us in Studio B. This is appearance number 3 for you.
Number 3.
Welcome back.
Third base, number 3. It's a good thing.
Yes, the nice tie-in. We just learned something about you. You're a journalism major.
Yes, I am.
Why did you pick this terrible major?
I don't know. It sounded fun, and I've kind of always wanted to be a sports journalist, so we'll see where it goes.
Well, if you need some advice, we know a couple of pros.
Perfect.
We can talk to Dave and Blaine for you, and they could give you some advice.
Now, do you want to be more of a writer, or are you more looking into the on-air type of thing?
In my major, I'm doing more writing, but I am very open to broadcast too. So either or, I'll go either route.
You have to write in both, so that's going to be a valued thing. Yeah, no, seriously, if you need any advice, we can talk to Dave and Blaine. Just
I like it.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just kidding. Okay, 5-game win streak for the softball team. You've scored 55 runs during that. What changed after the loss to Utah State?
I'm not sure. I think we've known this hitting's been there all along, and it just finally cracked open, and it's fun to run with, so we just keep going.
Did you feel any pressure to kind of help the team in that regard? Because if you did, it seemed like it manifested itself well.
Yeah, I mean, as a veteran, you kind of always feel pressure just because it's more expected of you at this point. And so, but it doesn't like scare me. I don't know. I don't think about it much during the games, so.
Well, you've had to work through some things this year, coming off what was an amazing West Coast Conference Player of the Year campaign as a junior. And you, too, have turned it on over this 5-game streak, including 2 grand slams in back-to-back games.
Nice.
Like that's, I believe you've not done that yet in your BYU career, so that's something new. What's changed for you in your approach at the plate?
Yeah, you know, I kind of got that mentality of I got like 3 more weeks left, so who cares if my swing looks pretty? Who cares what people think? Just attack the ball, and that's kind of what I've done, and it's really working.
11 RBIs in the last 3 games. I would agree with that. When you hit a home run, specifically a grand slam, is it a case-by-case basis of when you know or that it's a homer, or do you know off the bat most of the time?
Off the bat, usually, but I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to hit it and just kind of pimp it. Drop the bat and walk.
Yes. The gymnastics team says hits and sticks. Yes. Hit it and pimp it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So are there times where have you ever bat flipped? Like in Major League Baseball, that's like no, don't do it. Have you ever bat flipped?
I haven't like tossed it like real hard, but I've stared it down, dropped the bat a couple times.
Nice. Have you ever thrown it into the opposing fence of the dugout?
No.
That would be awesome. It's super unsportsmanlike.
That might be blatant. Yeah, that's probably stepping over the line.
Like next Saturday when you hit the walk-off game-winning homer against LMU to win the West Coast Conference. Yeah, don't do that. That's my advice. Caitlyn
Alldredge, BYU softball third baseman with us on BYU Sports Nation. How do you, when you're struggling at the plate, what do you do? How do you change things mentally? What happens there?
Yeah, there's a couple of things I do. Sometimes I try to change it up, you know, like surprise them with some short game or stuff like that, or just shorten my swing, just like hands to ball. Don't think about anything else besides that, and just try to knock one through the infield. Don't worry about the big hits or anything like that. So that's what I do.
A few games ago, the umpires took like 18 minutes to look up a rule. Did you know what they were looking up, and did you have the answer yourself, or were you like, yeah, I don't know either. Go ahead, guys.
On top of a sun delay.
It was like a 30-minute delay or something, right?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was like a 30-minute sun delay, and then like 5 minutes later, another 30-minute delay. But I had no idea what was going on. I don't think anybody really did, because it was actually the umpire's error. And so we were all kind of like, what do we do? Like, we didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. But we kind of got the bad end of it. But well.
Do you hang out in the dugout, or is it like, this is going to take a while? You go in, you turn on some Netflix, you just kind of chill. You're on edge, though, because you're like, we could start at any moment, right?
Yeah. No, we all just kind of like sat in the dugout and just waited for the response. I think if the score might have been a little different, we might have been having a little more fun in the delay, but we just were waiting. It was kind of awkward silence almost.
You have experienced several levels of fun during your BYU softball career. There was the stage of the goofy hats and blowing bubbles and all this. That doesn't happen as much, but what do you do to stay loose? What does this team do specifically to stay loose during the games?
Oh, man. During the games, I don't know. We can get pretty rowdy. We have some fun cheers and stuff like that. But I don't know. Our team's really goofy. Like, we're cracking jokes left and right in the dugout, which is really fun. And before the game, we play hacky sack. That's fun.
Nice.
So,
what is this, 96?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, is it nice to have another team that's actually good in the league this year?
Yeah, it is fun. I mean, we've had decent teams before, but, like, I don't know. It makes it more of a competition, which is, I mean, what more could you ask for? Competition all the time is awesome.
LMU is good. They're 11-1. You're playing them next week, likely for the West Coast Conference Championship. Obviously, you have a series this week. Is it St. Mary's?
Yeah.
So at San Diego.
San Diego.
Sorry, at San Diego.
Yeah.
St. Mary's.
It was a test to see if you knew who you were playing, but you're so focused on this interview, you didn't know. That's fine. What do these next 2 weeks in trying to get to the NCAA regionals mean for this team? Or is it 3? Is it 2?
It's just 2.
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, they're really important. It's like a tradition here now to win conference and get to the tournament, and nobody wants to be the one that breaks it. So I think it's just focus time. Like, have fun, but focus. That's kind of what we're doing. Like, it means a lot. It's not just given to us, so we're ready to fight for it.
Amen.
Big week against San Diego, and then followed up by 3 games, all which will be on BYUtv.
Yeah, baby.
On May 11th and 12th.
Against
Caitlyn
LMU.
Alldredge of BYU Softball is with us on BYU Sports Nation. Before you go, I want you to give us your best impression of your head coach, Gordon Eakin.
What?
Just the deadpan stare.
He's really good at
stare
the
was real for the
stonewall.
radio audience.
Yeah. Third base, he has a nice, yeah.
Underrated sense of humor.
Is there like a mild snarl underneath there?
No, he's nice.
He really is. He's got
awesome.
a great sense of humor. Caitlyn, let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma for the road trip to San Diego.
Good luck.
Thank
At least
you.
one other Grand Slam.
Don't put that on me.
The karma will help you. Don't worry.
Go and do your thing.
You're gonna get to the plate and you're like, man, I'm feeling the juice right now from the karma.
Oh.
And then it'll go off your bat. You'll flip it into the other dugout, and then you'll start a brawl. That'll be great. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.